Coming B.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name's Nosyy. I'm the notorious Radiant Breachman who hit #1 on the NA leaderboard. And by popular demand, today I'm going to show you guys how I like to play Breach on Ascent and some cool setups and tricks that you guys can run in your next ranked game. So without further ado, enjoy, guys. Alright, I'm just going to say that a lot of these plays require a mobility character. So the two that are available are Raze and Jet. 99% of the time I use a Jet, and I think it's a lot better with a Jet and a lot easier, but you can get creative with it. If you're a Raze main and you want your Breach to flash you in, you can do the same thing and just satchel your way down to the flashes. But I'm just going to preemptively say that you should have a Jet on your team if you want to capitalize on these plays. Alright, so I'm going to start off on the attacker side and show you guys some Breach stuns that I like to run. So you should be using your Breach stun at the start of the round, as it's a rechargeable ability, so you can use it more often if you use it sooner in the round. So the stuns that I like to run are here. You can grab A orb control every round if you use a stun and have someone swing off it. So stun that at A. And then the default stun that I like to run at B is this right here. So this should give you orb control over both orbs if you have someone else with you that's swinging on the stun. Alright, so for the defender side stuns, the two that I like to use for defaulting the extremities are this one, and then at the B site, the same kind of thing. It's pretty straightforward for the stuns. This is just, I don't think you get the best value out of these stuns, but if you want to try and get the orb, I think these are some decent stuns. Okay, another really good stun position and aftershock position is right here on Cat. So I like to play this, I do this a lot in scrims, is I'll get on this position on Cat, and I'll actually either be ready to stun a main, which hits everything, or have an aftershock ready to throw at tiles for the Sova. So this is a good spot to play if you're a Breach, and you can also help out mid and flash mid if you want. Okay, same thing goes for Market. You can flash all the way into Tree Room and Cat, so you can still support your team from the other side of the map. Okay, another really good stun that I like to use on the defensive side is, let's say you know that they're doing a B rush or they're in B main and you're playing A, you can literally have your stun reach all the way over to B. So if you get in this corner, usually when they're coming out, I think that's the best time to do it. You can stun all of lane, logs, and just right in front of B main. So this is a really good stun that I like to use all the way from the A side. Okay, now for flashes. So what I like to do usually on the defensive side is almost become the attacker side and just push the lanes. So I'll show you guys some cool setups that I have that require multiple characters, not just Breach. So some good default flashes that you can use when attacking the site is, what I like to do is flash high on the left here. Unless they have an AWPer, then I'll flash high on this arch. But if you flash high on the left here, it'll actually end up blinding this guy if they're sitting in this corner, because the flash pops right there. And then as my Jet is either dashing out or going out, I flash high on this next box, and this will flash any heaven wide swings or anything. And then usually for my third flash, if we do have sight control, what I like to do is have someone sit on this box or a Jet ready to updraft, and then I'll flash either here or here depending how far they are out heaven. And on that flash, you should be able to get some free kills heaven. Alright, so good flashes at the B site now. So it depends how fast you guys want to go, but what I like to do is hang in B main, and I'll flash as they're ready to go out, just high there. And then not a lot of people know about this one, but you can flash through these steps, like at the dark part right here, and it'll actually end up flashing right here.
Right there.
So that's a good flash when your guys are right up here and ready to go sight, because they won't be blinded. Okay, that's how your team really wants to go up Cat. Good flashes that you can throw. First, I'd stun this red side as you're coming up. You keep your stun. And then good flashes that I like to throw is close on this left wall.
Right there.
I think it's important that's the left wall. It's kind of harder, a little harder to throw, but left wall. And then if you have a Jet, you can dash into Tree Room as you throw a second follow-up flash. So all these flashes all require a short flash and then a deep flash. So just keep that in mind. It's usually 2 flashes that I like to throw for these plays. so that you can clear out multiple angles. So if your team wants to push a main, a decent flash that you can throw, along with an Omen flash I like to pair this with,
Right there.
is through this box. You hang out on cat, and you can flash right here. And I'll actually go through and flash a main from right here. So that's a good flash if you want to go off rip. Maybe the jet comes from over here and just dashes right up front. Okay, next up, I'm going to talk about breach ults. So I think breach ult is really good on this map because it's pretty narrow lanes that you can kind of capitalize off of. So when I have ult, depending on how they play, I like to set this ult up, and it hits literally everything. So I'll either wait for an audio cue in a main. Let's say the enemy makes a little bit of noise. That's when I'll ult. Or I'll ask my Soba to throw an arrow deep in gelato, so that we'll know for sure if they're there or not. So I'll sit right here, and then just make sure that you have at least 1 or 2 people pushing with it, so that I can capitalize off of the ult. And then if I'm defense on B and I have ult, I'll have my Omen flash from right there, just off the start of the round. This will end up pushing them back deep outside of B main, and then I can get ready to ult all of them. And then just make sure you're also pushing with your ult. So those are 2 really good ult plays that I like to run on the defensive side on Ascent. All right, for attacker side ultis, the best one that I like to use, I usually use my ult day, it's a little easier, is just a sight one. And you just throw it like so. It should hit all of sight. And then you can also throw a support flash just so you can clear out this right corner over here. Also, if you know that they're going to play Tree Room or Cat, you can throw this one. Just make sure that your jet is following up and dashing so you can try and get those kills. And then for the B side, this one's a little more rough, but I think the best angle to throw it is if you get close on this wall here, and you can hit both boathouse and sight with your ult. So those are the 2 ults that I like to use on the attacker side. Okay, now I'm going to get into the setups. So this requires usually like 2 or 3 people, it depends. But definitely a jet and then the breach. So first off, I'm going to do the tile push. So the jet at the start of the round will be mid, and the breach will start from cat. And as the barrier drops, the jet is going to use her dash to get into tile and throw a smoke to block her from top mid. And then off the start of the round, the breach is going to flash on this right wall. And then a follow-up flash right here so that people deeper in B main will get blinded. So here's kind of what it'll look like in a ranked game.
I'm ready.
Sure.
Blocking sight. Be faster.
Oh yeah, they're doing TikTok strats.
Okay, the next setup that I'm going to show you guys is the A main push. So this has breach, jet, and Omen all towards A. This is what I like to call the Kentucky fuckhouse. Took this from Myth, you know, I think that's his joke. So what'll happen is I'll ask the Omen to smoke out right here at the start of the round, and then follow it up with a paranoia that reaches all the way through A main. And it's also very important that he flashes the right side, because I'm going to end up stunning right here. So next, the breach is going to want to aftershock this wall right here. And then follow it up with a stun that goes all the way on the left side. So everything will be either flashed or stunned, and you should be able to get some free kills. And then just make sure that you're pushing with your jet once again. So here's what I look like in a ranked game again.
Oh wait, I'm not a free agent. I play with
There it is. Oh, they're coming up.
they're rushing. I've never seen this.
Dude, there's no.
Okay, the final setup that I'm going to show you guys is a top mid push. And once again, this is at the start of the round. So your jet will start cat, you're just going to swap places, and the breach will start bottom mid. So the 2 flashes that you have to worry about are right here, and then top mid. And then the jet will throw a cloud burst right there. And also the Omen needs to smoke tile so that the jet won't get shot from tile. And then the jet is going to dash up cat, and then I'll throw that second flash so that he can peek top mid. So this is what it'll look like.
Overtime.
Oh! Oh, I love this.
One round at a time.
Oh, yes. I love what I just saw.
I love
That
this
was
player.
fucking
I haven't seen a lot of
beautiful.
him, but I want to see more, and we're going to see more at least in the game 2, of course, no matter what happens. But
Holy fuck.
he just keeps going.
Oh.
The knives are around. He gets a third.
I love it. I love what I just saw. That was awesome.
Okay, next I'm going to show you guys good aftershocks. So not a lot of people know about this, but a lot of Sovas like to drone from right here.
Right there.
So if I know that the Sova is droning from there, let's say from the previous round I have info, I'll hang out around B main and get ready to aftershock this. So as soon as you hear the Sova drone go off, just throw an aftershock there, and he should die. Also, if they're doing a B push, the Sova sometimes will drone from right here, and you can do the same thing. So off the start of the round, I like to have my aftershock out, just to see if I can get a free drone kill.
We're fighting mid.
Guys, wine's clear, wine's clear.
Fight. Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, another cheeky aftershock that I like to play. This one's really cheeky. Is let's say you're in cat, and you know the sub is always droning from sub rosa. You throw it deep into. You kind of have to back up so that the angle's good, and you throw it. I think this is the best one right here. You can make it so that it does more damage, but it's kind of hard. I think this might be the best. But you throw right there, and it won't kill him, but it'll do like 100 damage to the Soba that's running from right here. So that's another good aftershock. All right, guys, thank you for watching. If you guys thought this was helpful, make sure you guys drop a like, and I'm gonna do more breach guides in the future. So make sure you guys subscribe so you guys can catch the rest of the guides. And I stream every day on Twitch, so I'll throw that in the description. So if you guys want to check out my Twitch and show a little bit of love, that'd be much appreciated. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next week. All right, peace.
To the one, to the one, to the three. These cowards aren't ready for me. I fight dirty, child's play. Guns in my face, just another Tuesday. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. Hell yeah! Next drink's on me. Knock 'em out, put them in the crowd.